What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Today, we enter the crossroads. There are stories, and then there are whispers. Stories that live outside of time. Stories that are not meant to be fully explained, but only felt. And this right here is one of those stories. This is the legend of Robert Johnson, the most mysterious bluesman to ever pick up a guitar. A man whose name is stitched into the soul of American music, and whose deal with the devil still echoes in every string, in every black and white photo left behind. And now, his story is reaching a new generation through the lens of cinema. MichaelBJordan and Ryan Coogler, their new film Sinners, is rumored to take direct inspiration from the myth of Robert Johnson. So today, let me dive in and see how they are connected. Robert Johnson was born in 1911 in Mississippi. Delta soil, cotton fields, segregated era South. Life was raw, and music was the salvation. But here's the twist. Robert was not very good at music. Early on, folks said he couldn't play worth a damn. He would pick up the guitar, but the sound just didn't stick. He was known more for chasing women and cheap whiskey than he was for playing the guitar. Blues legends like Willie Brown said the same thing about Robert. Robert was annoying. Couldn't really play, just hanging around with a harmonica trying to keep up with us. Then he disappeared for about a year, maybe two. Gone. Not a word, nobody heard from him. Just a young black man drifting through the deep South. But when he came back, he was not the same. Robert Johnson stepped into the juke joint with a guitar in his hand, and silence came over the room. He played like a man possessed, notes bending like vocals in the wind. His fingers were moving like they were trained by something that was not human. Son House said he was better than anybody. Just like that. No practice, no build-up, just boom. But how? How do you go from an amateur to a genius overnight? Now, this is where the legend begins. They say Johnson went to the Crossroads. Literally. Midnight, dusty road, guitar in hand. And there, he met the devil. Now, that's the story. At the crossroads of Highway 61 and Highway 49, he gave up his soul in exchange for the ability to play the guitar like no man alive. And the music, dark, otherworldly. And his lyrics were full of death. One of his lyrics said, "Me and the devil walking side by side." Robert didn't just play the blues, he was living it. Now let's flash forward. MichaelBJordan and Ryan Coogler, two visionaries of black cinema, Fruitville Station, Creed, Black Panther. Now they're telling a new story in a movie called Sinners. And word on the street is it's loosely based on the life of Robert Johnson. In Sinners, Jordan is said to play a musician haunted by fame, who stumbles into a crossroads moment, literally and spiritually. It's not about the devil with the horns. It's about how far you'll go to reach your full potential, what you're willing to sacrifice, and what will haunt you after the go fades. Now let's be real. Some folks hear this story and they roll their eyes. Ain't no devil at no crossroads, right? But here's what you can't explain. Robert Johnson only recorded 29 songs, yet he influenced everybody. Muddy Waters, Chuck Berry, Bob Dylan, Clapton, the Rolling Stones. Even Jimi Hendrix called him the greatest. And he died at age 27. Poison, some say. His body was buried in an unmarked grave. No wealth, no glory, just a guitar and a ghost story that still plays on today. So here's the real question. Did Robert Johnson sell his soul? Or was he just that gifted? Maybe the devil wasn't a man in the shadows. Maybe the devil was the price of greatness, isolation, obsession, a hunger that eats at you even when you're full. And maybe Sinners isn't just a film. Maybe it's a mirror to ask us, what are you willing to trade to be remembered? They say at midnight you can still hear guitar strings humming down in Mississippi. That if you stand too long at the crossroads, you might just hear a whisper, a deal, a song, a warning. Robert Johnson's story might be a myth, or it might be the most honest thing the blues ever gave us. Because sometimes the truth ain't in what happened. It's in what we feel when we hear it. Like, comment, subscribe, Established Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.